After 5 rounds of the 2025 MotoGP season, we are standing at a very critical point. The competition is peaking. Every rider, every team, every machine is sticking perfectly to the apex. And one thing is clear: the real game has just begun. Analyzing the journey from Thailand to Argentina, from the pressure cooker of Qatar to the wild chaos of Americas, and finally the technical battleground of Jerez, we are stepping into Le Mans, the French GP, with big questions in mind. Who's the real favorite heading into France? Who has the raw pace, the mental armor, and the burning hunger to win at Le Mans? Let's dive deep. We'll start from the 5th favorite and build our way to the number 1 man to beat. Number 5th place, Franco Morbidelli and Joan Zarco. Consistency is the word that defines these two warriors. Franco Morbidelli, the man who reinvented himself, has been a wall to pass in the second half of races. His late race stability is impressive. Overtaking him demands not just skill, but sheer patience and tenths of advantage. However, there's a shadow looming over his French GP chances: tire management. In races like Le Mans, where tire degradation can swing race strategy upside down, Franco's historical struggles managing rubber under pressure could expose him. He has pace, he has resilience, but can he tie it all together when it matters most? We move to the home hero, Joan Zarco. Since Thailand, Zarco has been quietly writing one of the most inspiring comeback arcs this season. His perseverance, his understanding of his machine's limits, his late race attacks, all of it show a man who knows where his strengths lie and where his bike's weaknesses can be masked. In front of his home crowd at Le Mans, the energy could give him that extra tenth per lap he needs. Zarco deserves more than 5th. He's been knocking on the doors of something bigger. But someone else has stolen a few headlines away with sheer brilliance. Maverick Viñales, a name we've seen both shining in bright lights and battling shadows in the past. But make no mistake, this year he is not here to just participate. At COTA last year, he was the only Aprilia rider, while Jorge Martin and the Ducati Armada stormed through to stand tall against them. Fast forward to Qatar this year, and he pulled off something almost magical, wedging himself right between 2 factory Ducati monsters, Marc Márquez and Pecco Bagnaia. Yes, the penalties robbed him of a big result, dropping him to 13th. But the statement was made. In Jerez, he showed again: late race pace, smart tire saving, and aggressive but clean moves. He almost had Peco and Fabio Quartararo by the throat in the last laps. It tells you everything about his hunger. If Vinales qualifies well at Le Mans, and if the KTM Aprilia package can stay consistent over a race distance, he can be a genuine podium threat. Not just to factory Ducati boys, to everyone. 3rd place, Fabio Di Giannantonio and Pecco Bagnaia. Now things get really tricky. Fabio Di Giannantonio, a revelation. His ride in Thailand was pure heartbreak. Unlucky crashes not of his making. In Argentina, he showed composure by blocking Joan Zarco's relentless attacks. In the wild weather of Americas, he was 1 second away from winning, finishing just behind Marquez under treacherous conditions. In Qatar, it was his race to podium until an incident with Marquez pushed him wide. And even at Jerez, finishing 5th, he showed battles, aggression, intelligence. Fabio Di Giannantonio is a volcano under the surface. He's bubbling, waiting to explode. And then we come to Pecco Bagnaia. Peco, the 2-time world champion, carries a legacy. But 2025 has been strange. After 2024's aggressive Peco, the man who fought tooth and nail against Jorge Martin, we expected a title campaign of destruction. Instead, what we see today is a version of Peco stuck between his own shadow and the brilliance of the men around him. Race after race, except for America, he finds himself finishing 3rd behind Marquez, 3rd in the storylines, 3rd in his own garage, where Marc Márquez's storm has arrived. Peco's pace is still there. If he nails a good qualifying, Q2 is crucial, and if the weather swings dry, Pecco Bagnaia is a top candidate to win the French GP. But he needs more than just speed. He needs his old belief back. Otherwise, he risks being boxed out again by the rising tides. Alex Marquez is on a dream run. After years of people calling him Marc's little brother, Alex has found his identity. 2025 Res GP dominant. No tire saving, no pacing, full attack. He crossed the line like a man possessed. And yet, the biggest threat to his French GP campaign isn't his brother Marc. It's the French homeboy, Fabio Quartararo. Fabio, after seasons of suffering with a Yamaha desperately outmatched, finally showed the old flashes of 2021. At Jerez, he smelled the podium blood again. He battled Pecco Bagnaia with no mercy, no hesitation. And now, he's coming into his home GP at Le Mans, the battleground where legends are born and careers are cemented. With the crowd behind him, with the momentum of rediscovered pace, Fabio Quartararo is dangerous. He doesn't wait like Peco, he strikes like a viper. If Fabio qualifies well, anything inside top 5, he could absolutely torch Ducati's party at Le Mans. First place, Marc Márquez. Of course, who else? Marc Márquez, the ghost, the storm, the executioner of hope. 2025 has been a resurrection story. After leaving Honda in 2024, sacrificing money, comfort, and everything he built. Marc Márquez chose the fight, and the fight chose him back. Now, in the factory Ducati box, side by side with Pecco Bagnaia, he's rewriting what we thought was humanly possible. Yes, he crashed in Qatar. Yes, he crashed in Jerez. But if you look deeper, if you feel the races, Marc wasn't crashing out of fear. He was crashing because he was pushing the limits beyond what physics wanted. Every session, fastest. Every race, immediate aggression. Every late race, lap times people can't even dream of on used tires. He's the man to beat. Even though he's one single point behind Alex Marquez in the standings, Marc owns this championship emotionally. If he finishes races cleanly, no one, not Peco, not Fabio, not Alex, not Zarco, can stop him. Le Mans holds good memories for Marc Márquez. In fact, last year, riding a year-old Gresini Ducati, he started 13th at Le Mans and finished 2nd. And he beat Pecco Bagnaia fair and square on the last lap. It was there, right there. We saw the raw Marc Márquez return after years of injuries and doubts. Now he's faster. Now he's in red. Now he's leading. History tells us, Marc Márquez plus a perfect Ducati, chaos for everyone else. With 2 Premier Class wins already at Le Mans, if Marc rides within himself, victory is his to lose. Final words. So buckle up. This weekend at Le Mans will be a hellfire of passion, pressure, and pure MotoGP adrenaline. Make no mistake, even when champions fall, even when legends stumble, they never die. That spirit is alive in every rider breaking 5 meters later, risking everything at 300 km/h, dancing on the razor's edge of control. That spirit lives in Marc Márquez, in Fabio Quartararo, in Pecco Bagnaia, in Alex Marquez. And it lives in everyone fighting battles, at the apex of MotoGP and in the corners of real life. Keep pushing, keep believing. The best is yet to come. Drop your comments below. Who's your favorite for the French GP? Who's your dark horse? Until next time, take care, stay strong, and stay passionate.